Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty, and we have two Big Ten road tests here today. The first time we'll be on the road the entire season, and back-to-back. We take on the 1-4 Minnesota Gophers, and then after that, we're going to take on Northwestern, a team we thought about possibly choosing for this dynasty. It was right between Purdue and Northwestern, so two road tests. Now, are they, they have a combined 2 wins or 2-8 combined, but still, when you go on the road for the first time after 5 games, just getting into that atmosphere, it could definitely be a little bit tough, especially when it comes to conference games. And we really have, I think, overachieved so far this season. But as we get back into recruiting, you can see Amari Tolson. He is getting near the end. It's not looking good. It is not looking good so far. We have still yet to get our own recruit. I don't know. It looks like Kentucky's going to be there for both of them. I think he could be gone too. Now, the good thing is at least that we'll have a resolution probably by the end of this week, which should open up some more hours. Freddie Biggs, I would say he's probably gone. I mean, a week 8 visit to Coastal Carolina. There is no way that we will come back from that. Now, we are not that far from Vanderbilt there. Anthony Reeves, we got a lead right now over UNLV, so we'll see what happens there. Jesse Griffin, third at the moment. Bowling Green's got a solid lead, but we're only halfway through the top 5. So we could probably add maybe a hard sell. We got some hours left, 95 so far. All right, let's just do grassroots traditionalist. Hit that home. Hopefully that works. Get a good lead. Keep going there. Ben Washington, we're completely fine. Honestly, I don't even think we have to do a soft sell. We can probably save some hours down the road because right now we're the only one that's ever even offered him a scholarship, and we have a solid lead. So I think we just take that off, put in some 10 hours, DM the player, probably good. Moment, we're good. Ellington behind Illinois, who just took a big lead. They have a week 14 visit. You can see Missouri there with a week 11 visit. Man, a bye week visit? He can't. That's interesting. I guess you could do the bye week visit. I don't know. Maybe you just let it go. But anyway, today too, wanted to say this is going to be kind of the new thing going forward. I talked about this the previous video the other day. More than likely, it's going to be at least 2 games probably per video. I think we're going to go forward for that right now. Like I said, to get through season 1, maybe season number 2, possibly. Quicker than we want. Get into, we're still going to get into this recruiting like this, show everybody there, and obviously the offseason. This is going to be kind of like the same format, just a little bit longer. I know I asked before about short versus long videos, which most videos turn out to be 25 to 30 minutes. It's just going to add maybe another, 10 to 15 minutes per video, which is perfectly fine. We might get through games a little bit quicker, and we still might have one-off games depending how important the game is. Now, this first season, I'm not sure if we're going to have really 2 important games, obviously. Now, if we get to, Michigan game and we are 7-1 or something like that, I mean, that's, if we win these next 2 and then beat Rutgers, we'll see what happens there. It'd be a very surprising season. I would not, a little bit more surprising, but heading into the game against maybe Michigan, if we were like 1-loss team, at that moment in time, you'd think we were probably ranked. Maybe that's a time where we just do the 1 episode again against Michigan and then Ohio State. We'll see. We could easily lose these next 2 games here today. I would not even be surprised. I know, like I said, we have overachieved so far, somehow beating Notre Dame. It's just been the defense. The defense has been just absolutely outstanding. Our offense has been absolutely abysmal. And when we face a team that has a really solid offense and a really solid defense, we might be in some troubles. And like I said, on the road, who knows how our defense travels. Now, usually defense does travel. That's the old saying, obviously. But we'll see if it does today on the road. I'm just so worried about the offense. We have been so unproductive, but we come up with the big plays when we need it. And that's been absolutely huge so far this season. We got 15 hours left as I continue to rant on there. Windsor. Do I want to add maybe to Jeffrey? We still have to scout these guys too. We haven't fully scouted them yet. But let's just do DM the player. We got 5 left, and we'll do search social media, obviously, for Windsor. So that'll keep us along there, and I think that'll pretty much do it. Anything I really want to change? I think we're good. just concentrating right now on the guys in the top 3, top 5. I think a couple of them obviously will be settled by the end of the week. But Drake Lindsey, we take on Minnesota. 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. Now, this Minnesota offense has been pretty bad. They've been really bad. They don't even have, their top rusher has 199 yards. I mean, that's a okay average at 4.6, but also doesn't have a touchdown. I mean, this offense looks really bad. Really bad. And if our defense plays anywhere near like we have been playing this entire season, does Minnesota even get anything? I don't know. But the question is, like I just said, our offense has been just as bad. So, you know, these are going to be probably some Big 10 classics, like your 6-3 type games that you think of in the Big 10, and especially looking at the. I thought first the weather was a little bit rainy, but it's not. Looks like we're good. It's just the fog there from the the machines and stuff, but looks like weather-wise we're pretty good as we head here to Minnesota. Obviously, I would love to play a game in Minnesota late in the year when it's like 10 degrees outside. That'd be really awesome. But here we go. Let's get this one going. First 1 to 10 wins, maybe? We'll see. They'll kneel that down in the end zone in Minnesota. We'll take the ball first. So here we go. Yeah. What can either offense do against these defenses? And maybe it might not even be really good defensive play, just so poor offensive play. 2nd and 10, just like that. CJ Madden gets through for the sack. And maybe you can already see it. Will the offenses be able to block? I'm not sure. 3rd and 17, pressure up the middle. Does get this completed for 15 yards. But short of the first down, that's going to be a punt. And here comes Ryan Brown, who had his best game, I would say, last week against Illinois. I mean, that game-winning touchdown run, unbelievable with 7 seconds left. As he steps up the pocket here, that's going to be dropped incomplete. We really need our receivers to help him out. We really do. We got to hang on to the ball more. And the drops are awful. 3rd and 8, Brown's going to step up in the pocket, take it himself. Looks like just like last week, helicopters in for the go-ahead game-winning touchdown. Man, that was something else. He's always got, I mean, it's something about Illinois. I don't know what it is, but Brown's going to fumble this one on 2nd down. We will recover. We can't afford turnovers. No turnovers in this game. That's not what we want to see. But a 2nd and 17. Brown fires quickly. That one is caught. Picks up around 11. So this will bring up a 3rd down and 6. Let's see if Minnesota brings the heat here. They will not. They'll drop back. Brown to throw to the outside. It is incomplete, dropped. Flag on the play anyway. Would have brought it back for a holding call. And Minnesota is just going to decline that one. We got to hang on to the ball. It's so bad. I mean, I know our receiving core is not good, but we just can't catch normal passes. And that was an absolute gun from Drake Lindsey. Wow, what a throw. Completion. Minnesota now down to the 31. 1st and 10. They go to the run game. As not only trying to race him down, and we'll finally bring him down, and we'll take the spot. I think he possibly could have got the first down, but maybe the knee hit first. So it's a 2nd and 1. And now it's a RPO, but he's going to keep it. Got some running room. Takes a hit. Ball is loose, and we're going to recover. Big time play. Minnesota looked like they were ready to go in, take the lead, but an absolute mistake. He should have slid down. That's what you're saying. In these games, when it comes down to, maybe a field goal, those turnovers are huge. We hand off to Maccabee. Cuts it up. Maccabee's got running room. He's got a first down up to the 48-yard line. You can get him going. That would be absolutely key in this game. Let's play action now. Rolling out. Looking down the field is Brown. Won't be able to get it off in time. He's going to be brought down by Peyton Jones for the sack. More sacks, putting us in 3rd and long situations. It's not what this offense is going to be able to excel at. As Brown fires, and that is on the money and caught. Michael Jackson III. That's what you want to see. Go up and make a play for your quarterback. And we convert, but on 3rd and 12, the offensive line can't hold up this time, and that is going to be a sack. Already have -7 rushing yards, averaging 1.9 yards per play. That is absolutely awful. So go to the outside, that's completed. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Really could go anywhere here. And they're going to go to the outside quickly. It is caught. And that will be enough for a first down. A little rub route there on the outside works out perfectly. First down, Minnesota. Quarterback takes an absolute lick. Hershey McLaurin comes in there, lays the wood. So luckily for him, he held onto the ball. And now a swing screen to the outside. But McLaurin is all over it again. Makes the stop. Minnesota's going to have to punt again. And we are halfway through this second quarter, and there is no score. That's what I was saying. What, 1st to 10 possibly wins this game as Brown steps up in the pocket, picks up a first down, gets him up to -9 rushing yards. There you go. See if we can possibly get into the positive yardage here by the end of this game. 3rd and 4, and that's going to be an absolute mistake. Had Jackson more over in the middle of the field, but looks at the tight end. Just a terrible decision. And a turnover. Can't allow this offense to get that field position. But the defense, said before, the tackling has been fantastic so far this season. 3rd and 10. We're bringing the heat. Going up top. It's those 50-50 balls, and we finally swat it down. We've had no success on 50-50 balls, but that time it works out in our favor. So the interception doesn't do anything, and here is Maccabee with the carry, and that's a first down. Only 6 carries at the moment, but honestly, he's got to have like 20 to 25 in this game. As Brown, that's absolutely terrible. That is a terrible throw. You got an open receiver that time. You can see he's cold. 3rd and 4. This time it's thrown, and once again it is dropped. That one might have been a little bit tougher of a play. It's another punt. So both offenses, abysmal so far. Minnesota might be hitting a little bit bigger plays, but they just can't convert. In a 3rd and 1. They go to the ground, and they will convert this one. Converts it more! Running room! He breaks off! And he is gone for the touchdown! First points of the game. I thought we had him contained. What happened there? How did we not bring him down? I got to take a look at this. Replay. Okay, right there. What happened? Did he get, like, blocked? I couldn't tell what happened. He just kind of fell to the ground. Touchdown, Minnesota. And now, you know, you're down 7-0. We got a minute left here before the half. We got to try to get something here. Look out. Look out. Brown is going to go down. 4th sack for Minnesota. And they will actually use a timeout. They want the ball back. 3rd and 18. Brown to throw. Going, firing. This one's overthrown. And that's going to be picked off. Somebody bring him down. Please bring him down finally. But not before he reaches the 21-yard line. And this is absolutely huge for Minnesota as Brown just overthrows the receiver. Trying to force something. Pressure in his face. And now they're looking to add to this lead. RPO to the outside. Caught. Brought down just short of the first down. Surprised they're not using their last time out because that clock is rolling. They do use it. 3rd and inches. Looking. Gonna be brought down for the sack. 14 seconds and rolling. The question is, can they get the field goal unit out in time? Clock is running down. 2, 1. They get it just off in time. Field goal is up and it's good. And Minnesota takes advantage of the turnovers. It has a 10-0 lead going into halftime. So right now, going into half, we haven't done anything offensively. Maybe it's time to make a change at the quarterback position. Maybe change some receivers, something. We got to get something going here in this second half because right now it's not happening. So Malachi Singleton is going to come into the game. Fires right away. That's going to be caught first down. Got to make some sort of change here just to get this offense something. That's a great start. But we got to convert this 3rd down. Here comes the blitz. It is picked up this time, and that is incomplete, dropped. Is that Nitro Tuggle? He can't hang on. But we are going to go for this one on 4th and 3 from our own 47-yard line. Here comes the heat, the blitz, looking down the field, firing downfield. It's going to be picked off. Just trying to force something, and honestly, that could be more of like an arm punt. It's better to get that pick, really, because if we get sacked there, brought down, incomplete, brings it back there, at least it flips the field a tad bit. Instead of them getting the ball at our 47, they're back to the 34. So I guess not that bad really of a turnover, but still the offense once again sputters. And now Minnesota getting their run game going. This is not looking good. Not at all. I know it's only 10-0, just a 2-possession game, but if Minnesota, I mean, they're just gouging us now. That is a gain of 10. If they get another touchdown, makes it 17-0, we're going to be in some really bad shape. But on 3rd and 2, he keeps the ball. An absolute mistake. Nunnally blows it up. So Minnesota does have to punt, but this puts us at the 2-yard line. Really good punt as Maccabee with a run and a first down. He's got 11 for 54. Maybe we should just run him every down, it seems like. But Singleton over the middle makes a good play. Tuggle hangs on to this one. All right, first down up to the 32-yard line. I mean, it's fine doing those dances after a first down, but, dude, you're going to have to make some catches. You can't be continuously dropping. Oh, he just depleted him. That was an absolute deplete right there. What a block. Maccabee with another first down. We got 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. Back to Maccabee. Cuts it up. Depends on the spot, and they don't give it to us. Wow, 4th and inches. I thought we had it. We're going to go for the sneak it forward. Singleton, they're going to say no. There's no way. We were past the line. So we're going to challenge this play because I think we're past. It looks like we're past. I don't see how you spot that far back and say we didn't get it. So let's see what this challenge comes back as. And it is actually works. They agree, and it's a first down. That is amazing. We actually won a challenge. That is something else. As Ross with the catch, that'll be enough for a first down. His first catch of the ball game. As we move into the fourth quarter, down 10-0. 2nd and 3. Swing it to the outside. Maccabee's got some room to run. Cuts it up down to around the 11. That gives us a first down and still have another chance to pick up a first down. Let's hand to Maccabee. Cuts it up down to the 3. And obviously we could still kick a field goal here if we have to. That puts us with 1 possession game. But we won't have to because Malachi Thomas is in for the touchdown. Best drive of the game. I cannot believe we actually won that challenge. I thought for sure that we definitely got the first down, but you just never know in these games, and it worked out for us. Challenge works. Go down, get the touchdown. It is 10-7. And that is going to be a great start to this drive for us as Nunnally comes through for the big-time sack. He's having a solid game. 3rd and 14. Looking. Pressure. Seabrooks is there for the sack. And our defense starting to take over here. Looked like Minnesota was about to take off. Does not happen. 10-7. Really good field position. Field goal ties this ball game up. We're right around field goal range. And it's a 3rd and 7. Singleton back to throw. Looking. Might have had a tight end there. A little bit more open. We do get the completion to Jackson, but we'll bring on the kicker. A 49-yard field goal here to tie it with less than 5 left. Kick is up. It is drifting. It is in there, and it is good. And we've tied this game here at 10 apiece. Well, I said 1st to 10. Well, now maybe 1st to 13 is going to win this game. Direct snap, but Seabrooks is all over it. This dude is a machine on the outside. Man, him and Nunnally, they're going to be so missed. It's going to be troubles for next year. 3rd and 13, they just go underneath. It is caught. We'll stop them short 3 yards. And Minnesota, just like that, 3 and out. They got a punt. We got 3 minutes left here to try to win this game. Have an open receiver. It is caught. Tuggle. And he gets up all the way to the 40-yard line. Big play here to start this drive. Honestly, if we can just run this clock down, get in field goal range, that's what you want to see. Draw to Thomas. Up the middle. He picks up around 9, so a 3rd down and 2. Surprised they didn't use a timeout here. They might after this play, though. 3rd and 2. Back to Thomas on the ground. Picks up the first down. Minnesota's going to use their first timeout. So right now we are in complete control. So if we can get another first down here, we can run this clock all the way down and then kick a field goal to win this. 3rd and 7, though. We're going to throw the ball. Singleton back, looking, and it's going to fall incomplete. And actually, you know, that sucks that the clock stops, but I didn't want to sack there to knock us all the way back and make this field goal tougher. But the kick is up, and it is good. That gives us the first lead in the ball game, 13-10. What happened in the backfield? Did the guy just trip and fall? What happened back there? But a 13-10 lead. It's up to Minnesota as Nunnally's going to come through for the sack. They have no more timeouts. 53 seconds left, 3rd and 13. Looking, firing. That's going to be caught, but he's short of the first down. Clock is rolling, and it comes down to this. 4th down and 2. If they don't get this, ball game is over. 4th and 2. Looking over the middle. It is incomplete, and that is going to do it. Down 10-0 coming into the 4th quarter, and we make a comeback once again and come out of Minnesota scraping by for a 13-10 victory. Man, if this game didn't scream Big Ten, I don't know what does. Really, wow. 13-10, but Malachi Singleton comes in 11-16, threw that one kind of arm punt. 106 yards, though. He looked a lot better. He looked very good. And Maccabee 80 yards, but Thomas with the touchdown run. Another victory, man. We're just pulling these out. It's amazing how we're pulling these games out. Now, these, you know, obviously this year, this team in Minnesota's really struggling. They are really struggling. 1-4 to come into this game. And this is what I was saying. On the road, it just doesn't matter. I mean, we looked abysmal in the first really 3 quarters. We didn't look good at all. It's just lucky that our defense, you know, stepped up a tad bit in that second half. And really, if you think about it, if we don't turn the ball over, Minnesota took advantage of those 2 interceptions and got a field goal and a touchdown out of it. That's really it. But as you can see, recruiting-wise, not looking good. Ellington is going to, well, actually, 1-4 is pretty much locked us out. And there's Tolson, Zettner, Biggs. They are gone. So we had a feeling they were going to go, and they're gone. I mean, Kentucky just beat us out for Tolson. Zettner a lot, Biggs by a lot. That wasn't even a contest for those two. Tolson was going to be close. And now Benavidez, I mean, Vandy's got a solid lead on us. It's going to be a week 9 visit, but I think he could be gone by then. Man, we're losing out on all these guys. Reeves with the week 9 visit. We have the lead. We're the only one with a visit so far on him as well. We could probably do a hard sell just to try to maintain that lead. And maybe he'll be our first recruit. I don't know. This is not looking good. Like I said, list-wise, I'm looking at this board. And what are we going to get like 5 guys out of the 26? I don't know. It's just so tough. Washington, obviously, we're still good. We're good there. Ellington, top 3 is reached. Illinois has got a solid lead. We could get a visit in, possibly against Rutgers. We'll do proximity to home, get that A+. We can probably do DM of the player to max that out. So we could do something there. Antoine Clark, we got that week 11 visit. We've taken over Air Force there. Damian Wells, Indiana's got a solid lead. We're about to reach the top 3, so let's go into there and do a hard sell for sure. We could probably max this out as well. We got every motivation. So let's do the hard sell there. DM the player. We'll max that out. We have that visit set up. All right, Noah Drake, we're in the top 5. Illinois got that week 10, but we're already near the top 3. So that is not looking good. So we'd have to schedule a visit here shortly. I don't know if it'll last till week 11 to Ohio State. We might have to do Rutgers. Man, that Rutgers game is going to be super important. We have like 4 players coming that week. That is going to be a massive game. So right now, I'm looking at that Rutgers game almost as like a must victory. If we lose that game, it is not going to be good. We're going to possibly lose out on a lot of guys. Man. So we still have, what now, 65. If I do kind of, that'll be 45 right there. All right, Kyle Jeffrey behind Missouri. He's from Missouri too, so that's not going to help us out anything. I guess do championship contender. Could have do proximity to home, but honestly, another one of those guys. We'll see how the visit goes with Missouri. At a Week 10 visit, they're a week before us. He could be gone. Windsor, we still need to continue scouting. We only have 10 hours left, though. Koenig could schedule a visit. That gives us 15. Let's just do DM the player. Maybe add some of the Windsor, take a read in that, and then do the DM the player for that. Add 10. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to roll with that. It's just so tough. It is. Like all these guys down here, we can't even really look at the moment because we just don't have the hours. I'm trying to get these guys in the top 5, and it's just rough. Looking at the top 25, Georgia 1, Clemson 2, South Carolina at 3. You got Ohio State there. USC's jumped up to 6. Texas lost to Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry, so they dropped to 9. Let's see, Oregon lost to Indiana, so they dropped from 3 to 13. Indiana now at number 19 in the country. Oklahoma jumps on only 3 spots after beating Texas. That's kind of crazy. And you got Pitt, Navy, and Kansas State in there. And we did have 7 other votes. So we're very close to the top 25. Even if we beat Northwestern here, I don't know if we'd be in the top 25, but there's a good possibility that we could. We could actually be ranked. So let's jump in this game here against Northwestern, second in a row on the road. And now I can see the rain coming down. So this is our first weather game. We'll see how it gets affected. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. I know they've made more of a bigger deal about the weather. So let's see what happens. I know with weather, I mean, in my opinion, it should be a big deal anyway. When you have like these torrential downpours, it should really, affect the game. And you see Singleton's getting the start today. I mean, snow should affect it. Wind should affect it. I mean, if you have heavy wind games, it should be tough to really throw the ball, especially down the field. It really should. I wish they had more effect on something like that. I don't think they have heavy wind games as Maccabee getting some blocks. He's off to the races. He is not going to be caught until he's into the end zone for the big time touchdown. Best run of the entire season. And we are in for 7 just like that. Well, that was some just fantastic blocking by the receiver on the outside there as we strike first. 7-0. As how do we stop this guy right here? Cam Porter, one of the best backs in the Big Ten. He could be a handful here today. We'll see if we can stop him. 1st and 10. He's not in the backfield this time, as that was a heck of a move, though. Even if for a loss of 2, you can already see, maybe it's going to be a little bit tougher to move in this rain, as there is Cam Porter in the play action, but on 2nd and 12, C.J. Madden comes through, sack. And it's going to be a 3rd and 19 here for this Northwestern offense. Down the field, looking open man, but a great one-on-one tackle there. Because if you don't make that tackle, maybe come over and get a stop right before the first down, but possibly could have picked up the first. As we will get a stop as Maccabee cuts it up, and a ball is loose. It pops out. And maybe there we are seeing the weather related here. Fighting for some extra yards. The ball is slick. All it takes is a little helmet to the ball contact, and it pops out, and Northwestern gets a big turnover. Trying to take advantage around the outside, Porter, and he's got a first down for Northwestern. His first carry of the game, picks up 10. 1st and 10. They give him a break, cuts it through, running room. Good tackle there to bring him down, but still, man, he's got some wiggles as well. Running looking good, but not this time. We're all over it. Bring that run blitz. Not this time. 3rd and 14. Setting up a screen. Nothing is there. Not enough time. And this is going to be a tough field goal. This is about a 51-yarder in the rain. The wind, it's wet. Kick is up, and it is going to drift wide left. It is absolutely no good. It shouldn't be easy to kick these balls in this weather. I just, especially with college kickers, I don't know. Maybe you go for that there. Maybe you just decide to punt and you play the field position game. That's something that has to be looked at as well. 3rd and 3. Singleton to fire, and that is caught. What a catch. Wow. Nitro Tuggle hanging on to that one. That was a tough grab. Comes away with the first down. But we have another third down. That's a missed throw, incomplete. And that'll force a punt. So less than 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Hand the ball off, and Northwestern going nowhere. Loss of 2. Coffee comes up, makes the stop, and a 3rd down and 6. Looking. Firing deep. One-on-one. 50-50 ball. Incomplete. Well, maybe we're getting better at it. Maybe we're not allowing those now. That is something to see. As firing down the field. Nitro Tuggle's got it. The ball is loose. I don't know if that was a fumble. I think he was down. They're going to call it a fumble. They're going to call it a Northwestern recover at the 31-yard line. But I don't think so. I think he was elbow or knee looked down. That looked really late, but what a throw from Singleton. We'll challenge this one as well, and he is definitely down. Knee and elbow are down. Knee's down now, then the ball comes out. That should not be a fumble. And the decision is reversed. Wow, we've won 2 challenges in this video today. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Well, that does not look good. He is holding his knee, not what you want to see there. But a 3rd and 12, and that's not going to happen. Pressure gets to us. Nobody really opened down the field. We do have to punt the ball. But Northwestern in some bad field position. But Porter making some running room around the outside. Picks up 6. Gets them out of that gray area there where you might be thinking about a safety. And now running the ball again here on 2nd and 4. Picks up another first down. So really it's been the running game that's worked so far here for Northwestern. As we're going to bring the heat over the middle. That is going to be incomplete. And Northwestern, another punt. As this offense is not good here today. So we'll dump this off. That's caught. Just short of the first down. Tough. I mean, it's tough weather to play in. There's no doubt about that. Especially if you have a struggling offense, you know, trying to make drives anyway. We have a really good defense. It's just going to be a little bit tough. It really is. And that's how it should be. Like I said, in these weather games, it's not going to be easy. As we got some more running room for Maccabee. First down. That might put him over 100. Close. 97 yards. Almost at 100 already before halftime. 3rd and 3, though. Singleton firing up top. Has Tuggle open. He's got it for the touchdown. A fantastic play call. Route combo. And Singleton puts it on the money. Tuggle's got it for the touchdown. And we got a 14-0 lead. This is not a position we're used to right now. I mean, honestly, we're used to being down in these games and trying to make a comeback in the 4th. But right now, we got a 2-score lead. Little confidence rolling. Trying to look for win number 6 of the season. That's going to be called on the outside. Little swing pass. Makes a fantastic spin move. Spins 2 defenders out. Then stiff arms one to the ground. Are you kidding me, for the touchdown? Wow. That was an absolutely electric play. That might be one of the best I've seen. Wow. He just spun out two of our defenders. And then that stiff arm was nasty. Man, that was insane. So Northwestern gets on the board. 14-7, back to a 1-score game. 2:53 left here this first half as Singleton's going to be sacked. So a 2nd and 17. 4-man rush, but look out, right up the middle. More pressure, another sack. Didn't really have much of a chance there. Not at all. As Northwestern did call a timeout to try to conserve some time. Singleton looking down the field, just trying to find anything. It's just going to throw it away. Incomplete. And now the pressure not looking good up front for us. I mean, our offensive line is really having a problem. And these spin moves are insane. That is another first down. Just throw him the ball into the backfield all day. It's not even Cam Porter that's doing this. But there's a big-time sack. Is that CJ Nunnally? It is. That is absolutely huge to slow down this Northwestern offense. 3rd and 12. Underneath is caught. Well short of the first down. You're no way going to attempt a field goal there. You're going to punt. So we have 45 seconds left. Chance to do something. As Singleton, wide open tight end, and he misses him. Oh, man. An absolute miss there, and because of that, we end up punting, and we end up going to halftime with a 14-7 lead, but a missed play there. But Maccabee with a big touchdown run, added the throw to Tuggle, gives us the 14-7 lead. Well, I mean, defensively, we just got to tackle. That's really it. Do our job, get out of here with another victory. All right, let's start this second half off. 2nd and 8, Porter, who's really done nothing. As Harkless comes in, makes the stop. He hasn't done anything. We've shut him down. Empty set on 3rd and 11, completed, but well short of the first down. Defense is all over it. Pressure is there. Quarterback on the ground. And that's a punt. But we have a 3rd and 11 ourselves. To the outside, that is caught, and that's a big first down. Ross is there for the catch. Big time chain moving first down because our offense lately has been struggling. And here we go. Maccabee with the carry. That's a first down. And honestly, looking at it too, I like the messy jerseys. The mud's coming up. That's what I wanted to see weather-wise as well. Just, you know, those type of elements. But on 3rd and 13, that's a massive sack. Probably knocks us out of field goal range. We got a punt. So now Northwestern's in some serious trouble here field position-wise. That was a dangerous completion. 3rd and 5. RPO to the outside. Caught, reaches enough for the first down. So Northwestern moving the ball. Up to the 20, stepping up in the pocket, brought down. I'm not going to say that counts as a sack for Harkless. I thought maybe he got a yard out of that. Well, we'll take it stat-wise. 3rd and 7, 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. Going really quickly and not helping out your quarterback either. Tough in the rain. It's not an easy catch. Incomplete. Still a 14-7 game as Maccabee getting absolutely stuffed and now a bit shaken up. So hopefully he is okay. We'll have to check that one out. Looks like his left leg there doesn't look good at all. 3rd and 14. Here comes the heat. Down the middle. What a completion to Tuggle. That is a massive first down. He will be okay, but still, we might hold him out the rest of this game. 3rd and 7. Tuggle again. Nitro Tuggle has been fantastic in this game. Him and Maccabee have been really the offense. Singleton, I think he's been a solid game. It's just been tough. I mean, he's found pressure, and now Singleton is shaken up. That was not a good sack either. That knocks us well back. So Brown's going to have to step in. I'd like to get some yardage here. And you know what? It's not going to happen. We're going to throw it away. Do we even attempt a field goal here? It'd be about a 50? Yeah, we're not even trying it. Just punt the ball away. Let the defense do the work here in this fourth quarter. Flag on the play. Almost picked off. It is caught. First down. Now, if this is holding, was it in the end zone? It's a holding call. The question is, when was it? And they're going to say it was outside. So we'll accept it, obviously, because he got the first down. But 3rd and 11, stepping up. And what a throw on the money. That is a tough throw. Pressure moment. You need the first. Northwestern trying to tie this ball game up, but C.J. Nunnally just obliterates the quarterback. We're bringing the heat again, and it's going to work out in our favor. Man. I mean, he is getting lit up here today. 3rd and 21, this time just a 4-man rush. Dumps it off early, and you cannot go for that. I mean, you still got about 6 minutes left, so another Northwestern punt. As now Malachi Thomas in the game, probably for the rest of the game. We're not going to bring back Maccabee. I think his day is done with that leg injury. Set up a tight end screen, a broken tackle. That's huge. More first downs, a couple more first downs. This ball game is over. As you can see, 3:20 and running here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9, over the middle, caught, another big first down. Ryan Brown producing here at the end of the game for Malachi Singleton, trying to win us another game here. But a 3rd down and 10, Northwestern's out of all their timeouts. We go over the middle, it is caught, and that should do it. That's going to end the game. We can kneel this one out, and we get another Tight, closely contested game on the road. 14-7 is your final. Neither team does anything in the second half. Another Big Ten type of game. Just the offenses, just enough to pull out victories. Singleton, I thought, played better than the 14-25. I thought a couple catches should have been made. It is tough stuff in the rain. And Maccabee, if you really take away that 70-some yard run, I mean, not the greatest game, obviously, but really, Nitro Tuggle, 8 for 95 at a touchdown. He was solid. There, big time performance from him here today. And the defense, really just the one absolutely amazing play by their running back, the spin move, the stiff arm for the touchdown. Other than that, Northwestern didn't do anything. So back-to-back road wins. Oh, there you go, Anthony Reeves, our first commit. The 3-star corner out of Louisiana will commit to us. That is awesome. We finally have one. It took us, 8 weeks? So Jesse Griffin, man, we're way behind Bowling Green. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that one up. Oh, man. Damian Wells, Indiana's got a massive lead. Noah Drake, he's definitely going to Illinois. Edward Quinn, we got the lead. Labinjo behind now. Notre Dame, who's taking the lead. And then, Benavidez, he is gone. He is to Vanderbilt. We thought that was going to happen for sure. We were just a tad short. But looking at the top 25, really no change. Top 3 are the same. Top, 5 are the same. Penn State moves up to 6 after beating Iowa. Looks like USC lost to Notre Dame. Bama lost to Tennessee 48-42. Absolute barn burner there. Jeez, wow. Oklahoma then goes back and loses to South Carolina. SMU to Clemson, and Arizona State drops. Michigan moves back into the top 25. So does Notre Dame, and we are right outside the top 25. Based off that, we're the number 26 ranked team in the country. And that takes us to week 9, and that takes us where we'll finish this one up. 2 big road tests, 2 big wins. Not the prettiest, but we get the job done. We're 6-1, and we're going to have a massive game here in week 9. We have 4 guys coming to visit. Try to take down Rutgers before we take on, Michigan and Ohio State. Those games are going to be crazy tough. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.